Before this video, like, technically starts, if you haven't noticed, they brought back this, they didn't bring it back, but and this is his black backbling, and when you switch to he holds this, and it comes off your back, which is kind of cool. It's okay. I wouldn't use it, like, personally. And is it worth 300 views? Is it worth 200? Yeah. 300, I mean, there's not a huge difference, but yeah, use someone, support a creator. I use Kiwis a lot, because he does a lot of customs, and a lot of tournaments, and I like to see people win, like, money for playing the game. It kind of keeps the game alive, and just any of these skins in general, just make sure, all I'm saying is, just to make sure you're using someone's code, because not using anyone's code, you're just giving all the money to Fortnite. Like, you could help out someone, and it's literally, it doesn't cost you extra or anything. So I'm sure all of you guys probably know that by now, but just heads up. So yeah, this video is just a talk video. So if these aren't the type of videos you don't like, just talking, you just I want to see the action, where's the Fortnite content, it's just, that's not what I'm gonna be doing today. I'm mainly gonna be talking about what's good about Fortnite and what's bad about Fortnite. Not necessarily bad, but not the best, I'll say that right now. I will talk about stuff that were not good back then and then changed, I will, but I'm just going to be talking about Fortnite overall, because a really big question people, I feel like, has always had is, like, they always had this question: is Fortnite dying? And you want to be like, oh, I'm very smart about it. Technically, yes. Every game is technically dying, because each second a game is out is more time the game has, and the more time it's going to be dying. If you think about it, it makes sense, because every day when you play a game, every day it will start to die. That's just video games in general. Like, that's just like the basic of video games every day. That's why people make video games. That's why they don't just say, alright, here's 2 video games, here you go. That's not the case, because then they get boring after a while, and there's not any more, so people started making more video games, and then that made other games die, or die out, or get boring and less people play them. That's what that means, if you don't know what dying means. Not necessarily dying, but like video game wise dying. It means like less and less people start to play, and it's kind of sad, but at the same time, it's just factual. It's not anything literally to be surprised over. I mean, anyone who hears that, they're like, oh, well, yeah, technically, yeah. But I feel like statistically wise, like, my personal belief, Fortnite, is it dying? I would still have to say yes. Even though I really like the game, it's not perfect. It will never be perfect. It was never perfect. Even when people say back in season 1, season 2, season 3, it was perfect, and if you go back, then it really wasn't. It was good at its time. Everything's always good at its time. That's why things happen. So, so yes, I do think Fortnite is dying. Not saying that it's dying fast and it sucks. No, it's actually still got light. It's still a pretty good game, but for how long it's been out, it is kind of dying. Because I'd say a year to maybe 5 years, like 5 years is the most time, unless it's a retro game or some really popular game. To 5 years is an extended amount of time a game has not fully been like died out or fully like no one plays it. Maybe once a year someone plays it, or once a month or something like that. That's when a video game is dead. Like NBA 2K14. I think the servers are down for that. I don't even know. 15. Those are the games that you would consider down and died out. And a lot of games are like that because they're old. But Fortnite, it's not too old, but it's not too young either. It's over 2 years old, I think. I know it's 2 years old, at least. Yeah, it's over 2 years old. So it's not very young. And I say that it seems like it hasn't been a long time. Well, it depends on what season you started in. I started in season 3, uh, technically for my PlayStation, late season 3, and it actually hasn't been that long. Felt like maybe a year, maybe a year and a half, maybe. If I started at the beginning, the very beginning, season 1, well, before there was technically a season 1, it wasn't called season 1, it was just Fortnite Battle Royale and then season 1. If I started then, I would have probably stopped playing by now, just because of how boring it'd be. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd probably be. It's just, especially when the longer a game is out, the more there's gonna be better people, and people are gonna get progressively better. That's just by time, and so, and you're always gonna have new players. I doubt there's ever. I mean, there's gonna be times where there's like no new players, but there's most of the time always gonna be at least one new player a day. Like that's just it, because of the game. Um, and most of the time, this where a big thing was last year. Well, not last year, but last season and the season before that. The big thing was skill-based matchmaking. A lot of people had debates about it. Mostly, I wouldn't say trash players, but non-pro players and more of just playing the battle royale like I kind of do, just play the game, buy the battle pass, not battle pass, why did I say that? Just, play the game and not play any tournaments, just play the game, like kind of like I do. Most of those people, and I will admit, I kind of did this. Most people liked skill-based matchmaking. But some people, actually most people, just because this game has been out for a long time, most people are gonna say, I don't like skill-based matchmaking. Because they're better, and they're good, and they're skilled, and they practiced a lot, and they played a lot, and they've been playing for a long time, and you're gonna have majority of the crowd say, get rid of skill-based matchmaking. And it makes sense that they added skill-based matchmaking, but I feel like they added it the wrong way. See, with skill-based matchmaking, they made it to where they defined it on kills or eliminations and your placement. So, if I landed and then 5 seconds later I died, I would face, I wouldn't say worse, but I would say lower skilled players the next game. So if I do that, just land every like in 5 games straight, just die off spawn, die to fall damage, die by someone, doesn't matter, for like a bunch of games straight without doing anything, then I would, after a while, I would face complete, like they say, bots, and I say bots as well, as in, I wouldn't say trash, but very newer players, and technically noobs, I would say. And until they made it to where, okay, bots. Oh, light bulb, we got an idea, bots. So they add in these AIs now. Not now, but they last season, I would say. I don't know if it was last season. No, I think it was this new chapter, I think. Maybe, I'm not sure. But some time ago, they added AIs to where, oh, so instead of facing real people, randomly you would find AIs. And to me, they were very obvious to find. You could tell if they were an AI or not. Which kind of sucked for some people and kind of felt like, oh yeah, I like this game more. And for those people who say I like those game more, including me, we're not as skilled. And that's just facts. You can't just deny and be like, no, I'm a pro player and I love skill-based matchmaking. You might have one or two people like that, but it is rare. It's just rare you're gonna find people like that because it's just not true. And I'll tell you why people don't like skill-based matchmaking. But hold on, I'm gonna keep talking about this real quick, and then I'll head over to there. Mainly, skill-based matchmaking was just all about the newer players and getting them a chance to win, and getting them a chance to get kills. But if I did that, like win or like die off spawn like 10 games straight, I would face complete worst players and complete bots. And you could tell if they were bots or not from their aim going all over the place, them placing one build and running away. It's pretty obvious. From a distance, not really, but up close, yes, you can definitely tell. And so I would just win. That's how I won my solos, my duos, my not squads. I didn't play squads a lot because I don't like squads. I'll talk about that in another video, but if y'all want to see that, hit the like button and or comment down below if you want to see that. In my opinion, why I don't like squads. So yeah. Great. Alright, well, and it's just, and so I would win those games where I would drop 10 kills at least. I almost beat my kill record. I tied my kill record when this happened, and there was just so many bots. It was just pretty much free wins, because all you had to do was die off spawn a bunch, and then a couple games later, now you're facing these complete bots. And a lot of people did not believe me. The people that I told this strategy to, a lot of people didn't believe me. But like, not last season, but the season, well yeah, last season and the season before that, I got like 10 kills like a month. That's like a win every day I played, which was kind of broken. That's if I did the strategy, if I did that. And a lot of people didn't believe me. I'm not gonna call out names because I'm not rude, but a lot of people just didn't believe me because it's like, maybe they said, oh no, it's based off your level, maybe it's based off randomly, maybe it's based off your wins overall, your skill, how many wins you have, how many kills you have that game, and it's all just different opinions. But to what it seemed to me was none of that. It was just how many kills you have the game, and that defines. It was just how many kills you have and what placement you placed in. That defines your next game. And a lot of pro players, let me tell you why they did not like that. It added AIs to where, oh, now I'm killing an AI, it's not a real player. I'm not facing different skill ranges. I'm always facing, they would say sweats, and I say that too, sweats, which is really good players or players that just focus too hard or don't like to have any fun, because with not skill-based matchmaking, it's random. You could find someone completely new, you could find someone really skilled, you could find someone completely random. And what was good about that is you didn't have to be good, you didn't have to be bad, but the newer players would get stomped on. That's the thing. That's why Fortnite had a big deal about it, because they felt bad, and it's totally understandable. You cannot hate them for that, for wanting newer players to stick with the game. That's just normal. I don't understand why people hated that. It's just I completely understand that, but I do kind of disagree of adding the AIs, and they counted as kills. If I killed an AI, it counted as a kill. So if I killed an AI and then died off spawn, I would face pretty much the same players the next game. And it's be like, oh, I mean, if they didn't count as kills, I don't know how it would turn out. I think people just would have said, alright, remove the AIs, they're worthless. But who knows, because they never did. They never made it to where AIs don't count as kills. They always counted as kills. Which, for me, was like, oh, yeah, I dropped the 13 kill bomb. But for pro players, or people who are really good at the game, who just play Battle Royale, when they kill the AIs, they're like, oh, it's just an AI. Oh, okay. And then, technically, you're not really dropping a 20 bomb, or a 30 bomb, or a 10 kill game. Because possibly some of those players were AIs. And so it kind of just like, and some people it brought them down, you know, like, oh, this game, why'd they do that? And some people just like, oh, this game's way better. It was all opinion and all skill. It's all skill like based, like it's all like opinion based by skilled players. Like if I was newer to the game, I would be voting for, yeah, keep skill-based matchmaking. If I was a pro player, Benji Fishy, Ninja, Tifu, whoever you watch, that's a really pro player, Mr. Fresh Asian, all these phenomenally great players, wonderful at the game, would probably say, why'd they add skill-based matchmaking, or skill-based is so dumb, remove it immediately, you know, and all that. Because it's not very fun killing an AI, because it's not a real person. It's less fun of the experience. It's like going to a store, or no, going to, let's say, a roller coaster theme park, Six Flags, but let's say it's a knockoff version, or not as, and then you go there and you're thinking, oh, these rides, these long, fast rides like Batman, Superman, all these rides, and then you get there and it's like, they would say kiddie rides. Some people say that, kiddie rides, and they're like really small. 1 second, they're not fast, they're not fun, and that's pretty much what it was to pro players. That's pretty much what this game was. It was not fun. It wasn't the game they've been playing. It wasn't the game that they wanted to play. And that was kind of sad, but that is all. No one's really talking about it now because they lowered the percentage of the amount of AIs, but it's kind of kind of the same. They still have that to where if you lose a bunch of games in a row off spawn, you face complete newer players. They kind of removed that. It's now to where it's kind of like every 2 games it gets lowered by a level, which I don't know if that's true or not, but it's very much harder. It's way harder to face lower people now. It's like you have to like lose like 15 games straight with no kills and just landing and then dying straight away, or dying by someone. You have to do that so many times just to face someone, just to get a lobby with newer players and AIs. So they kind of nerfed that, so a lot of people aren't really talking about it now, that it's more as like, okay, that's fair. You know, they got it. Fortnite, I will admit, they did really good on that. They put it in the middle. They didn't make it bad for pro players, and they didn't make it bad for newer players. So they did a really good job of solving that. At first, it was horrible. I will admit that. It was a bad move on them. But honestly, And a lot of people gave him hate, and they were like, okay, we gotta fix this. So, and they jumped on that quick, and they always jump on things quick. And that just shows how much time this game is, like, how Fortnite has put so much work into this game, so much, like, it is so, like, it's such a good, like, community, the people who make this game and update this game, because, like, once there's a glitch, invincibility glitch, boom, they jump on that the next day, it's gone. In most games, oh, there's a glitch, we might, nah, leave it, why not, no one plays this game either, anyways, or not a lot of people play this game anyways, or, we'll fix it in about a week, maybe a month, next year, you know, but this game is so, oh, a glitch, let's fix that, because they're so, they don't, you know, because they're so, like, they're just so, like, I don't know how to describe it, they're just so, like, they're such a good game. It's not a bad thing to do that, but they're so consistent about just, like, giving the community what they want so fast, and and then people don't realize not many games do that, where if there's a bug or a glitch, not many games just jump on it right then and there. Fortnite does, and you have to appreciate them doing that, because if they didn't and they left every bug and every glitch in this game, literally, you could literally do anything. It'd be like creative in Fortnite. You could do anything you want. You can go under the map. You could, what could you do? You could literally be invincible. No one could hit you. You could be in, no one could see you. Like, it'd be so broken and dumb. So, you have to give them credit for that. And honestly, a lot of people don't realize this, but the Battle Pass is a very big deal. People just think, oh, it's just a seasonal thing. But it's a really big deal, because this game revolves a lot around the Battle Pass. This game is all about the storyline. How this game updates, like how this, every season, how it's different. All these, like, events and all these things are from the storyline. And the Battle Pass revolves around a storyline. So if there was no Battle Pass, the storyline would be kind of random. Be like, who's this character? When did he come in? Oh, who's this? Aquaman. And it gives Fortnite less money, because buying the Battle Pass is around $10. It's 950 V-Bucks, which is technically, in money wise, in US dollars, it is $9.50. So technically you're spending around 10,000, and that's just for the Battle Pass. The bundle's like $25 or something like that, or like, yeah, or something like that, or like $20 or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's a pretty big deal. And what's it called? So Fortnite, yes, it is dying slowly. It's always going to be dying. Every game is going to be dying. But this season is one of their best seasons. I'm not even gonna lie. It is a very good season. They did a lot. A lot was unexpected. Some stuff was very expected. But I just like how Fortnite listens to the community. A lot of people were saying, where are those modes? You know, where's one shot? Where's the solid gold? Where's the high explosive modes? Man, 50v50. Where are those modes? I miss those, man. And what did they do? Boom, they jumped on it. Now they're releasing, yesterday, or like 2 days ago, they released one-shot duos. Now they have solid gold. They're probably going to have high explosive next, or something game mode. And it's just because they listen, and it's so good that they're doing that, and that just makes the game better. So if they always do that, the game will always be at least decent, because they're always, listening, which is what every person wants for their game. But I have to say, last season,
wasn't that good. It was okay, but it was very much of a storyline season. It was such a storyline season that it kind of wasn't that good for a season, like an actual battle royale. Like the storyline like got in the way of just playing the game. Like if you just wanted to play the game, the storyline got way too in the way. Like it was it was in the way of everything. Like henchmen everywhere, the bosses, like things happening. It just got in the way. See, with this season, it's very, I would say, unique because the whole map is flooded, and you just have to adapt to that. And it's a good change, you know. It's flooded, and it's progressively the water is going down. The water is like going down more, and so yeah, and that's normal. It's not in the way. I mean, it could be annoying sometimes, like getting materials now. That gets in the way, but it's not too big, but it's a little, it kind of gets in the way a little bit. But the water level rise, that's not that big of a deal. That's just the storyline, and people can adapt to that pretty easily. Because we've had the water, it's not a super new thing. But making henchmen and bosses and mythic weapons, that's a big change, because that's harder to adapt to. Adapting to the map, is way easier than adapting to new guns. Because you've never used a gun, like the boom bow, not a lot of people like that gun, the mythic one, because it has to charge over time, and when the boom bow was out, it was not out for very long, and that was quite a while back. That was pretty far back. So if you landed at the rig, not a lot of people went with you. Late season 2, chapter 2, not a lot of people landed there because of the boom bow. I mean, the vault was great, but because a bunch of chests and ammo and technically 300 shield, that was great. But just the boom bow, it wasn't a good weapon, I would say. I mean, before in like season 9, I think it was, or season X or something like that, it was okay. I didn't use it a lot. I didn't play a lot in season X and season 9 and season 8. I was a very much of an outside person right at that time. I played a lot of basketball. I didn't really play a lot of Fortnite. I did when I came home, but not like a lot like I do now and before season 8. And I don't like regret doing that, but I don't not regret it either, because I still bought the battle pass every season, but season 8 I didn't even get Peely. I don't have Peely, because that's how much I didn't play. I got the battle pass, got the first like 2 skins, and that's it. I didn't play. Not because I just didn't like the season themed. I mean, it was part of that, but it was mainly just it got boring. Because I played since season 3, and just after a while, it just got, you know what, I don't feel like playing anymore. And I thought I was going to quit forever. And it was sad, because I had so many skins, I spent so much money on this game, and I still do. Can't give up on this game. I've been playing it for so long already, and what game would I go to? Like, what game could I go to? Like, I have not very many games, and at that time I did not have I did not have Grand Theft Auto GTA. So at that time I would have been really bored. I mean, I could go outside, but it's just that could get boring. Maybe some days people don't go outside. Maybe something happens like the coronavirus and things shut down. Then what I have to do? I would have to go back to Fortnite. Not have to, but it'd be my main option. So yeah, this was a pretty long video of just talking. I'm pretty sure you guys are getting bored of this already if you're even watching this, but yeah. all I ask is for you guys to, don't ever send hate and don't be like, oh, this game fucking sucks. Oh, this is trash. Oh, this shit game. I mean, when you're raging, you're mad over the game. Maybe you died off spawn or something happens in the game. I get that, but just know, just like make sure you're not saying that like meaningful, like you like, oh, this game is so trash. Like, just make sure you're not meaning that, like, and be like, no, I mean that. Like, then that gets wrong. But if you're just saying it because you're mad, that's totally understandable. I get that because I do that, and I'm sure a lot of people do that. Because whenever you lose or you do something and it upsets you and you say what you say and you can't take those things back. I mean, you could say I'm sorry, but it's not like they can just be like, you didn't say that, because you did. So, and that time when Fortnite just stopped updating, and there were so many apparently issues with the game, and we're like, oh, this game sucks. And then content creators started realizing, hey, maybe we should suddenly tell people like maybe not to send hate and stop cursing and stop like sending hate in general to this game, because they realized that this game has done a lot, and now we're just being like, hey, do this, and they're like, we're not your maid, and we're gonna make you realize that. And then everyone's like, oh, we do realize this. So then they came back, So, but I would say we were kind of abusing, the full Fortnite community was abusing Fortnite. They were taking Fortnite's advantage, saying, oh, remove this, do this, bossing him around until they fed up with it, and they're like, you don't understand. We're the game. We can decide if we update a game or if we do something about this or not you. You can say, hey, can you do this for us, or hey, I found a bug, can you fix this, or hey, just reach out, not just like curse at them, and then like just completely not even like have a statement, just rage and they're just like, well, what do you want us to do? Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave you on your own until you guys realize that we're not your maid, and realize what we've done for you and how much we've put work into this game. And now people are starting to realize that, and that's how it all came back together. Someone's calling me, so I gotta go. But hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit the like button, comment down below. Hope you guys did enjoy. I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully, hopefully you guys understand what I'm trying to say. I was just trying to update you guys of what happened, and everything's cool now so far. The season's been pretty decent, but it is getting a little boring, but that's just because there hasn't been like very many updates. I mean, there's been skin updates like this, there's been new game modes, but we've all seen it before, so it is getting a little boring, but it is still, and I would say, in its prime this season. Like, this season's prime is technically right now, and like a couple weeks ago. I mean, this season hasn't been out for that long, so, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. We can always just hope for the best for this game, and just wonder what's gonna happen next season. That's the big thing. So, the biggest question now is probably mainly about skins revolving the Renegade Raider, which I will talk about next time. if you guys want to see that. Like the video if you want to see that. If you want me to talk about the Renegade Raider and rare skins and all that. So if you want to talk about that, or if you want me to talk about anything like that, or if you want me to talk about anything, or if you want me to play a certain game, if you want me to talk about a certain thing, comment down below what you want me to say or want me to react on, or then I totally will. 100%. But yeah, sometime I got here. I'm gonna head out. Hopefully you guys again enjoyed, and make sure you use you're using someone's code. And yeah, subscribe if you're new. Turn on notifications, cause I've heard some people be like, "Oh, I keep missing your live stream." I'm not gonna put out names again. Oh man, when are you gonna post? You know, hey, how many videos are you gonna post this week? You know, and it's just how many live streams are you gonna do? You know, and it's like, well, turn on notifications, press the bell icon, turn it to all the time, to where if I upload or if I just start, it will send you a notification on your phone, on your computer. It will send you a notification saying, hey, he just started a live stream, come join. So then you know, oh, I just live streamed. Or you can now have a notification to where if you forget and you're just watched all your videos and you're like, okay, I'm bored now. Oh wait, I haven't watched his live stream. Let me go to it. That's what that does. If you don't know, I recommend you doing that if you like watching. Not even just my channel, like a lot of other streamers. I mean, it doesn't really support them necessarily, but it technically it really just helps you out of just not missing videos and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be done here. It's been like 37 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed again. And all we can do is just hope for the best for this game. I just wanted to talk to you guys, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell us someone got here. Peace.